Previously.
Okay, so this is a video of inside the 2021 CLA. This is the speedometers, right? So you have the regular speedometer here, like I was saying about, and the digital speedometer, which is the 0 as I'm stationary here. Incidentally, my car is still in space, waiting to be picked up. Still very sad about the side of that being scraped. But, you know, I'm in a new car and I'm off going to the gym. Got my gym bag there, ready to go. Anyway, the point was, this speedometer, it looks like from the camera angle, if I'm level with the steering wheel, you can see the 0, right? But if I put the camera up to where my eyesight is, my eye line is, yo, like, what speed am I going? I don't know. Like, damn, Mercedes, like, this is far from optimal. It can be much, much better than this. It's, even with the regular speedometer, actually, I have to, like, duck my head and like, look, you know, even to see the regular speedometer. So, in actuality, the best way to check your speed is to duck and look at the digital one. Why? I mean, I would expect better. But yeah, a minor inconvenience.
Now.
I just thought I'd update with some more thoughts of mine on the CLA. Typically, if the steering wheel was in the correct position, I like to have my hand on top like this, and you might relate if you have cerebral palsy or any similar condition in your left side of your body. It's like, when I drive, I want my hand up here, my dominant hand, the one hand that I use. My left hand is like down on my knee down here, right? So when I usually drive, my hand's up here. So because of that, I actually want the steering wheel further down, like where it was beforehand. And I just went for a drive. I'm at my dad's now, and it's like half an hour away from my house. So I've driven for half an hour with the steering wheel in a position where I can actually see the speedometer, and I actually had pain in my shoulder, because for me, having the steering wheel this high, which is the lowest it can be for me, where I can actually see the speedometer, right? I'm not used to the steering wheel being this high, and it's inconvenient for me. And the point that I was making as well, like, why can't you just like swap these two around, right? The 0 can be here and big, and this driving performance thing, which obviously isn't as necessary as your speedometer, that could be smaller and could go up here. I know these are small things, but like, as Mercedes is a leading brand, I would expect better of them, like I said in my last video. Other minor things that I've noticed with my car, my heated seat button is like in this area, so I'll be clicking it like this, right? And no, with this one, it's over here. Anyway, the main thing that I was going to get on is with my car, the C, I have a dial here, and with, obviously it's hard for me to use my left hand, you can tell that it's hard to even do the motion, but like with a physical dial to control the media, right, for me, I'm used to just going like that. It's hard to do, but it's easier than this. This is obviously doesn't have a dial, and to change the media, as far as I can tell, you have to press this really small button, and like while I'm driving, I'm not changing songs, I'm listening to a playlist, right? And yeah, like to press the button, it's like, I'm actually trying to make it work as well. It's like I'm pressing it, and yeah, it's difficult to use. And again, like, how do you go from having a practical option like that you can use to not having a practical option? Very annoying. You can actually change the song also by clicking here, like, but again, like if I'm driving like this with my hand on the steering wheel and I reach out my left hand, I can't. I have to like reach further and lean forwards to access this button here, and then right, so changing the music actually cut off the recording, slightly inconvenient. But yeah, the point that I'm making is that on the C 2017 C class, there are these options which are better than in a 2021 CLA. and also even the indicators, and more importantly, the all-important thing that makes this possible to drive for me, the gears being here. It's like this feels cheaper than on my C. It's yeah, it works, it does the trick, but slightly of a not so firm feel. And this isn't just for people that have cerebral palsy on their left hand, right, or whatever. Majority of people, their dominant hand, the hand that they use the most, is their right hand. So this would apply to everyone. It's minor. These things are minor, but I just don't understand how you can make it worse. I get that the C is a better car and has like, possibly that's the reason why there isn't such quality on the CLA, but with 4 years of progress, they take typically cars, they take influence from the previous cars, and they even, like they told me, the C has some features of the old S, and that's how it works. Like they take features from the upper models and then integrate them into the lower models over time. That's how the models improve, and it's yeah, it's just slightly inconvenient about these things that I'm pointing out. One other thing also, with the keys, there isn't. So my keys are here. They're in the in this just area there. On my C, I have a key slot down here, which is easy for me to use, and I have physical keys on my C, right, that I use with my right hand. To start this car, instead of doing that, it's a push button to start, and it's can you see it through there? Yeah. So I either have to press it with my left hand, again, not ideal with cerebral palsy, right? Difficult to do, or I'm having to reach through the steering wheel to press the button. Yeah. So perks to the C class is amazing, and maybe this is another reason why a C class would be a more practical car for disabled drivers. So that's a reason. These are reasons that could potentially you could potentially give to have a C class back on Motability, because the C is as far as I can tell, ease of use wise, right? Because obviously the C is a better car overall, but ease of use wise, the C is much better than this for various reasons, like I've stated. So that's all I'm going to say, and thank you very much for watching.
And always remember,
life is good, but it can be better.